Hello and welcome to my presentation on teaching English as a foreign language. For this presentation I will speak briefly about why I chose international teaching, some statutory requirements, one specifically, any skills or knowledge that I might need or have to meet that requirement, and any challenges or issues I may be faced with. So why international teaching? English is the unofficial global language, spoken by 750 million people as a second language. It's used as the primary language in the United Nations and in NATO. The reason why I would like to do it is because I love to travel, and it means I get to be a tourist and an educator and an educatee. As you can see here, there are some statutory requirements. The one I'm going to focus on specifically is the Equality Act. So the Equality Act is a law that protects against identity characteristics such as sex, race, disability, sexual orientation and gender reassignment. What this means for schools is that they cannot discriminate against any of those characteristics in terms of admissions, the way it provides education, or the way it provides benefits or services. In the Equality Act there is a section on schools with a religious character. I thought this was quite important to recognise, as I'll be working in different countries with different faiths. So there are certain exceptions where schools can discriminate because of their religion. So how will I ensure that I have the skills and knowledge to meet this requirement? In 2011 the Single Public Tutor Equality duty was introduced, and this is an attempt to encourage schools to demonstrate that they give thought to the equality implications when making policy changes. The key term that they use is having due regard. So having due regard would be an awareness, showing awareness that they are taking these considerations. So it's good practice for schools to keep a written record and to emphasise the emphasis on transparency and making information to the public and to the local communities to see how the school is advancing. So what this means for me is that I will need to familiarise myself with the statutory requirements at a government level for each country, and to understand and abide by the individual policies for each school. So for the skills, I plan on creating a classroom environment where all the students can thrive together, and that understanding the characteristics of different people will make them unique and not different. I think that one of my skills is being creative, so I plan to create respectful ways of using diverse experiences to add value to the learning experience for everyone. Such things like using resources with multicultural themes, planning lessons that reflect the diversity in the classroom, listening to music from around the world, and introducing students to new instruments from other cultures. Issues and implications. So some of them that I thought of is that the schools themselves might have objections to my methodology of practice, so not understanding the reasoning for why I'm doing it in the wider context. There may be inspections. So in England we have Ofsted, where they do inspections and accessibility plans. Cultural, social and political differences, such as out-of-date terminology and contrasting priorities. Another thing I think is moral and legal conflictions on my part. So for example, in parts of Africa it is illegal to be gay, and capital punishment for apostasy in Islamic countries. So I will have to balance my moral versus legal conflictions.